Winterizing. This guide is to help you flush the system with antifreeze so the truck can be stored for the winter. It's recommended that you run fresh water through all the tanks before winterizing. Remove all fluids from the tanks before starting this procedure. Park the truck on a level surface. Check the oil level in the sight glass on the top of the Udor pump. Remove the strainer basket. Clean the screen and check for torn or damaged O-rings. Reinstall the strainer basket. Using a shop vac or a suitable wet-dry vacuum, vacuum all remaining fluid from all the tanks and dispose of it in accordance with all local, state, and federal regulations. Pour 10 gallons of RV antifreeze into tank number 5. Recommended RV antifreeze should offer burst-proof protection to -50 degrees Fahrenheit, safe for brass, metal, copper, and plastic pipes, except acetate. All ingredients are considered GRAS, generally regarded as safe by the FDA. No mixing required. Can be used full strength. Open the suction and return manifold valves for tank number 5. Make sure the pressure regulator handle is towards you, so the system won't build any pressure. Also make sure valves for the hose reels are closed. Start the Honda engine and let the Delta 140 pump prime, and then run for 1 minute to circulate the antifreeze through the system. Let the engine run at an idle for the winterization process. Next, transfer the antifreeze to tank number 4. Open the return valve for tank number 4 and close the return valve for tank number 5. Once tank number 5 is empty, open the suction valve for tank number 4 and close the suction valve for tank number 5. Let circulate for 1 minute with the suction and return valves open. Now, transfer the antifreeze to tank number 3. Open the return valve for tank number 3 and close the return valve for tank number 4. Once tank number 4 is empty, open the suction valve for tank number 3 and close the suction valve for tank number 4. Let circulate for 1 minute with the suction and return valves open. Next, transfer the antifreeze to tank number 2. Open the return valve for tank number 2 and close the return valve for tank number 3. Once tank number 3 is empty, open the suction valve for tank number 2 and close the suction valve for tank number 3. Let's circulate for 1 minute with the suction and return valves open. Now, transfer the antifreeze to tank number 1. Open the return valve for tank number 1 and close the return valve for tank number 2. Once tank number 2 is empty, open the suction valve for tank number 1 and close the suction valve for tank number 2. Let's circulate for 1 minute with the suction and return valves open. Transfer the antifreeze back into tank number 5. Open the return valve for tank number 5 and close the return valve for tank number 1. Once tank number 1 is empty, open the suction valve for tank number 5 and close the suction valve for tank number 1. Once completed, leave the suction valve and return valve open for tank number 5 for the next step. Now we need to purge the hose reels so that they are full of antifreeze. Push the handle on the pressure regulator away from you and build 50 psi. Open the valve for hose reel number 1. Let it run until you see the antifreeze coming out the end of the hose. You may need to add more antifreeze to complete these last steps. Close the valve for reel number 1 and repeat for reel number 2. Close the valve for reel number 2 and repeat for reel number 3. Close the valve for reel number 3 and repeat for reel number 4. Open the pressure regulator and turn off the Honda engine. Now open all of the valves on the manifold. Open all the fill valves inside and under the truck.